All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to our build on the Far Cry 5 editor. Today we are picking up where we left off, but not exactly, because if you couldn't already tell, there's some new additions to the scene that we need to go over first that I did off camera. Don't worry, I didn't do too much. I just added some fine details, mostly so I can make this short for the last episode. But then after that, I also came back and did some tweaks throughout. So getting started, let's just move along. Let's move along. So first thing I did was add some grass. As you can see, this definitely helps give everything a nice. Because before I felt like the environments, like the grass and the foliage was a little bit too separated from the path. So I feel like this kind of blends it together so that it isn't just like a road that, and then on the left there's like bushes. You know what I'm saying? Like this kind of like blends the two things together. I still need to like put some more up here and stuff like that, but genuinely I don't think it really needs it, because at the end of the day, like this right here, this is what you're gonna look at when you come in to the level. Then you're either gonna turn right or left. So if you turn right, you look at this and you're like, okay, whatever, and then you turn this way. Like no matter what, you have to look at this specific like view. So this is what I feel like is the most important and what needs the most detail, and like what needs to be the most like visually pleasing, because this is where everyone's going to be looking at one point or another. Everything onwards, you're kind of already in gameplay mode and you're not really going to be breaking down like the finer details. It's nice to have, obviously, and I like to make sure everything looks good, but for the sake of my time, I don't think we really need to go all out like that. So over here, I might add some more grasses, but like it's definitely not going to be on the level as down there, because this did take me a minute, just because, it was hard to even find this asset. But then I remember the comment from the last video or two videos ago that told me about that there's different grass assets that I can use now, part of the mod. So that's where those came from. But besides that, there's been some changes to the lighting. I actually have a funny story about that, but before we get to the lighting, I would like to show that up here I did also put some grass, and then over here I lowered down the terrain in the middle, just so that when you come out here there's a little bit more of a sense of scale. And the trees and the bushes that go down here end up looking a little smaller in comparison to the windmill, which I also propped up a little bit more on the terrain side. Obviously everything looks pretty bad right now because we still gotta work on it, but I just kind of made these changes to the terrain just to make it a little bit more interesting, so it wasn't just like one straight like level terrain from here to there. And I added this little rock right here and some trees, which I kind of placed just to see where they would go and where I want the trees to be. So I think this looks pretty good right here. I might just take this one out because it's kind of annoying me. But other than that, I think this looks pretty good. I wanted it to be more foresty, but the problem is that you lose like that windmill, you lose like the view of the windmill if I add too many trees. So we have to find a good balance for that when we get to it, which will be in this episode. Don't worry, it will happen. But last thing I wanted to mention was the lighting. So I added these god rays, which I think look really nice right here. I don't think they make too much sense because the sun is technically below the rocks, but you know what? It's let's just call it an artistic decision and call it a day. And then I also changed the time of day and the latitude and the sun angle and stuff like that, just so that, just some tweaks here and there. I actually made a really big tweak, and it was to make the whole level nighttime, and I tried it out, and I'll be honest, I actually kind of liked it. Like, it looked pretty nice. I just thought it lost a little bit of the sauce, it didn't feel as cool, but it did look pretty nice, and I was honestly debating if I should switch over, but I just think like the sunset vibe is just nicer. I don't think I've ever done something like this before, so this just feels better. So with all that out the way, now that you guys are caught up to where we're at on the level side, I think we can continue and work our way towards the towards the windmill and detail our way over there. So first things first, we got to decide what we're gonna do over here. I kind of like this like shrine and temple idea. Like this, I kind of want this to be like a path for religious reasons. You know, like people come over here to like pray and stuff. I honestly don't even know where this is taking place. I'll be completely for real with you guys. I have absolutely no idea what country I'm basing this off of or like what culture. I just know that we're using the Far Cry 4 assets. So, you know, I guess we're in, what was the place in that game called? Kirat? Kirat, I think it was. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's just get started. So we gotta, I want to do this more of this temple thing, and I was thinking of bringing one of these to the cave. I kind of like the wolf idea, but now that I'm thinking of like where we are in the setting, I'm not even sure if it really works anymore. But we'll see. Okay, so they got different ones too. Let's see, like, what does this one look like? All right, this one could work. I might lower it down so it's just the top half inside the cave. And then what else do we got here? Okay. These I feel like don't fit the aesthetic, but this one, we'll come back and delete that one later. This one would look good in here because it needs to be dry. And then, as I said, we'll drop it down so it's only the top half. Oh, but even if it's only the top half, I don't think it really fits unless we drop it even more. But then I feel like that looks kind of dumb. What if we raise the rock a little bit? Okay. That kind of works. I would like it to be more in an angle. Something like that. And then we'll raise this rock up as well. And I kind of like that. I think this looks pretty good. And I think we'll come back to that. There's something I want to add there. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe just some boxes or something to show that area off a little bit better. But besides that, I think it works just fine as is. And I kind of want this to be another little praying spot. And it's going to have a nice view of the village below. So when we come here, I might just want to keep the trees there so that there's a little bit of a bigger sense of mystery of where you're going, you know, like I don't want to give away the whole location off. So I think we'll keep some trees here to cover up a little bit of the village, and then we'll have the start of it basically right here. And I guess from there, I feel like we need some type of wall around here, or like some type of fence. Maybe we just use the same thing as over here, but just lower it down. The thing that I don't like about using this is, well, I guess they have like these. All right, let's test it out. Let's see. We're gonna put a post right here, and then we have to add multiple objects. I always forget to do that. And then we'll just put one here, and we'll put one here. You know, we'll edit this as it goes on. But first things first, we gotta make sure the terrain looks good as always. It's pretty much step one. Damn, is this like, oh, I see it's going higher there. Okay, well, we'll just push it down. I mean, listen, man, you're the asset here. I'm the artist, all right? So you follow my rules. And we'll put that down like this. Put the terrain in, make it look and blend a little better. And drop it down. Okay. And I think this tree, it needs to go for right now. We'll figure out what to do with the trees afterwards. No way, I lost my... Okay. Whew. I thought I lost the cursor again, like that one time. That glitch kind of sucked. Oh, here goes my AC turning on, so I apologize if it makes a lot of noise. I have this thing on the mute mode, and I feel like it just does not listen. It does not really care whether or not it's on mute or not. It's gonna freeze up my room either way. And you know, I appreciate it for that. But you know, it's a little annoying sometimes. Okay, so this one, I actually kind of like this. This looks more like a castle to me. I think I actually prefer this straight one. Is there a longer version? Okay, there's an 8 meter. The problem with the 8 meter is that, nah, I'd rather just make it nice and curvy. So we'll just do that instead. And I don't know if it's better to, I feel like it's faster if we just do it like this. So we'll just go here. We'll go like this. All right. Put this one right there. All right, so we're at the fence building part of the series, which I remember I made that one joke on the speed build of my last one, where I said that this took me like 2 hours or something like that, or that this was a very long process. I forgot what I said, but here we go. This is you guys seeing it in real time. It's not that bad, honestly. It could be much worse. Technically, I could just like copy and paste it and make it easier, but whatever, it's already almost done, so who cares? We'll keep that in mind for the next time. All right, so something like that I think works. We do need to adjust it a little bit, make sure the pillars are that you can actually see them and that they're 3D, or what's the word? That they are what's the word, that they're protruding a little bit from the rest of the wall. Gives it a nice bit of depth. This one's kind of messed up. We'll just like that. All right. So now that we have a wall, we can kind of start moving around it. Now I have to decide like how snowy I want this level to be, because like initially, if you remember, the idea was that there would be snow like coming off the mountain basically, and then right here it'll get grass, kind of like how the texture is right now. And I guess we could keep it like this, but I don't know. I mean, I do like the snow, but I also really like orange, like the orange grassy kind of look. This also looks really nice to me, but also this looks really nice to me as well. So I don't know. I think up here we'll just go with the way I had it laid out the first time, or how I had it laid out already, which is snowy up here. The thing is like I feel like it wouldn't make too much sense if like there's a bunch of snow up here and then down here it's just like grass. So we probably gotta transition it more a little bit over here, but for this area at least it's gotta be snowy. It's just gotta be. It's gotta be snowy up here, and then inside the village and downward we'll make some changes. Damn, it's a little worrying to me that over here it's like completely shadowed, and there's not really much I could do to fix it unless we add the scripting to make it like brighter a little bit further up. But honestly, that's future stuff. That's future stuff. We don't really gotta get tangled up in that right now. For now, let's just focus on building out this area, because that is pretty much the focus right now. Honestly, like right now, I don't even know where to get started. So I'm just going to go with like building up the base at least, you know, just building out the foundation of the area, which is basically just the rocks and the outer edges. And we'll just move our way inward because I don't really got too much inspiration of where to take this little area right now. I don't know which direction I'm gonna go in. So I'm trying to decide that in real time. I probably should have just like thought about it before I started the episode, but hey, we're here now, so forget it, man. I already went through the trouble of like starting an intro and stuff, so it is what it is. We'll just work on the foundation. It's fine. This is also just as important, and I'm sure it's just as entertaining to watch, right, guys? Yeah. But anyways, in other news, did you guys see that Witcher 4 reveal? Funnily enough, that thing looked like what I'm trying to do right now, kind of, in a way. Like that snowy, snow melting kind of way, like the start of spring kind of look it had going on. It actually gave me some ideas. Like, I kind of want to throw more branches down, because if you saw in the beginning when Ciri, I think her name is. Damn, I might be saying that wrong. I never played The Witcher, I'll be honest. I played a little bit of The Witcher 3 and I gave up on it. I'm not really big into fantasy. I know that's like a sin in the gaming community because like The Witcher 3 is a really good game. And I could tell like it was a good game. I just couldn't get into it personally. But yeah, when Ciri is in the beginning of that reveal or that tech demo for Unreal, she was like in this environment that looked really cool, like this like snowy, like a lot of branches. There's like a little stream, a lot of rocks. It looked really nice. So I'm gonna take a little bit of inspiration from that. I'm probably gonna do a lot of like this like almost like a deforested kind of area at some point, hopefully. That is, of course, if I don't completely forget, which, you know, is completely possible with the way I am. But hopefully not. But yeah, that reveal looked it looked beautiful, genuinely. I can't believe we're like at that point in gaming where games look like that, you know, especially on an engine that's like I don't know if open source is the word, because I don't think it's open source, but like an engine that is practically free. I think you literally can use Unreal Engine for free. I think that's really cool, you know, like it's never been a better time to, you know, learn game development or learn how to use tools like that, because it's quite literally like it's free. It's just so cool to know that you can use a AAA engine for free. Like, I think that's really awesome, and hopefully it means that we start getting really cool games in the future, and games that, you know, you don't really need like a full AAA team to make. I wonder like how much it'll like affect the, how would you say, like the I wonder how much this affects gaming as a whole, like the industry, because on one hand I feel like it might cause a lot of problems, since a lot of smaller teams can now have the power to make AAA level games that sell a lot. It's like, I feel like it'll put a lot of developers out of business, kind of. I don't know. I mean, maybe not. I feel like the titans of the industry are still like too big to fail. Like, I don't think anybody's really going to stop buying like NBA 2K or FIFA or, you know, I don't know what else is like the biggest thing, or like the next Elden Ring. Like these games, like, and these studios, like From Software, Ubisoft, EA. I mean, although Ubisoft is kind of, it's kind of been hurting recently, but that's just because like, man, Ubisoft has like this problem where they just don't let their IPs like get fleshed out. Like they make like Walmart gaming, you know, they make like junk food gaming is how I would describe it. Like these, and it's crazy because like I love, just like I love a McDonald's burger, you know, I love, like, Watch Dogs. I love Far Cry. But like those games, like they just don't, like, compared to a Rockstar, it's just there's not even a comparison. And like even to other games that don't take as long. I don't know how long Elden Ring took to make, but I feel like, I don't know, like they just don't let their devs cook long enough, is what I would say is the problem with Ubisoft. And they have a really nice engine too, but they just don't, I don't know, I just feel like they don't utilize it well. Like I've been playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, and all I could think of when I play that game is like, damn, like just imagine if this had like another year in the oven. It would be peak. It would be so peak. And that's coming from someone that actually likes the game. Like I actually really like Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm still trying to beat it, and I have like 80 hours on that game, because I like it. Like I actually enjoy playing it, but I don't know. It's just there's so many. It's just so many things that you could tell. Like if there was just slightly more dev time, it would just be better. But it is what it is. I mean, what can we do? It's just how it goes sometimes. That's just like the industry as a whole, really. But it does make me wonder, like if we start getting like these smaller teams making these big experiences, like how will that affect the rest of the industry? And I feel like that's kind of Epic's goal, is what I'm assuming, is that they are basically banking on the fact that people end up making a lot of money off of these games, because from what I've read, the royalties on Unreal basically they don't kick in until after you make $1 million, and then you start paying, I think, 5% to Epic. So I think they're literally banking that a lot of smaller development studios that don't want to spend money on an engine are start using Unreal to make their games, and end up making really successful ones. Like I think a good example would probably be like Black Myth Wukong. I'm pretty sure that was made on Unreal, and I'm pretty sure Epic made a lot of money from that game, because I'm pretty sure it sold really good. I played it and I loved it. I really liked Wukong. So I think that's like their business model, and I'm curious to see how this pans out, because if the technology keeps getting better, and I mean it definitely has, I'm not sure if any of you guys keep up with Digital Foundry, but if you saw their video on the tech demo, you would see that from this like new release of Unreal Engine, it looks like they made a lot of improvements to the way it works, like the streaming and stuff like that. The nanite foliage, it looks really cool. It makes me really excited to start learning it, because man, like I just want to start learning. I want to start getting good at it, start using it in ways to start building a portfolio and stuff. So that's definitely the next goal for me. I just got to buy a hard drive, because right now, like, I can't even install anything on this PC. I want to get a new series going, since I've abandoned Planet Coaster, unfortunately. I do want to get a new series going, but I just don't know. Well, I just don't have the space, is really the problem. I know which game I want to do. I've mentioned it before. I won't say it again, just for the element of surprise. But I do want to go to this specific game, and I just don't have the space for it, because it takes up so much space. And then like the recordings, I try to upload them as 4K on YouTube, so it's kind of hard to really do that, since it takes up, like, I think every time I make a video, before I upload it, it's usually like 13 gigabytes, I'm pretty sure. And I have like 20 gigs free in total, like right now as I'm recording. So it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work if I had 2 games installed on this laptop. I would not be able to do it. But if I buy a hard drive, I could probably get Unreal and start working on that while also doing like 2 series. I could really get things going in motion. I just need to get that hard drive, which aren't too expensive, so it should be soon. And once I get that extra series going, I'm hoping this YouTube channel will get some more eyes on it, because from what I can tell, I think it'll work. I think people will be interested. What really sucks is I'm realizing that this snow, I can't really use it. At least not here, unless it's in like the shadows or something, because it's like bugged out. The shadows are all messed up on it, which makes me very sad. Very, very sad. I don't even know how like you would fix that, unless there's like a way to turn off the shadows on the preferences. Cast shadow. Oh, wait a second. Okay, I mean that it's definitely still casting a shadow, but not as bad. And the ambient shadow is not really doing much for me. Honestly, this could work. I'll leave it somewhere where I could pick it up again. I'll probably just put it like right here for now. It does add a little bit of a little bit of depth, you know. It gives it like some sparkle or something. I don't know. But yeah, let's just. I know I've just kind of been yapping a lot, but basically what I've been trying to do is make like a path from here to there, through the snow, while also making it look a little bit more realistic. I kind of wanted to pile up on the edges of the mountain. And sorry about the AC again, guys. It's literally like right above me, so it's kind of hard to not get it to make noise unless I want to like die of heat. Because I do live in the state of humidity, which is Florida, so it does get quite hot in here quite fast. But yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some bushes here, right? I think that's the play. Put some bushes here, and then I think like a tree right here or something. We gotta decide, because there's gotta be a tree on the right side. I just need to make sure that it looks like good. I kind of don't want this to take up the view of the shrine. So we got to move this somewhere, and I just don't know where. It's just got to go a little bit to the right, I think, or to the left. Yeah, to the left works. And then now you can see the shrine a little bit better from here. And then let's lower the grass so that it's not there you go. Okay, that looks nice. That looks good. I kind of like that. It's looking, dare I say, it looks like we're making a little bit of progress, which I'm very happy about. So now let's get an aspen and fill in this little gap right here. Get our boy, Mr. Aspen. I hope that's not like a derogatory term in some other language that I'm not aware of. It doesn't sound like, it doesn't sound right. Like the word aspen, it just sounds like there's something going on. Like, I don't know. It sounds like I'm offending somebody. Okay, so next up, let's put some bushes in the middle here. What type of bushes are we thinking? Dogwoods. I think a little bit of red would help. It would break up the or should we have it bland so that your eyes are immediately drawn? I don't think you want to overstimulate people. So I think we'll keep it simple. Maybe just some green bushes. Maybe just like I was thinking more like one of these. Yeah, I think as far as color goes, this is probably the most we're gonna do. And then we'll use the choke cherries on the right over there, and then we'll bring a willow. And what else should we bring with us? maybe an Arctic fire. Okay. And there was something else I wanted to add, but maybe not. Maybe not. All right, so let's lower it down. Oh yeah, I was gonna add a nice little dead tree, but we can just go ahead and grab one. Oh, I forgot that these are like actually a pain to grab, but it's fine. We did it. All right, so now we'll get one of these, and then we will lower it down. I'm still not over it. I love the fact that I could do that now. It's really cool. And we'll just lower it down like right here. I think that looks pretty cool. And I think we'll just move this a little bit more to the right. Give people a little bit more space to work with. I'm thinking this should actually go like right here, and it should be like leaning on it. Oh my god, sometimes I think rotating is probably the worst action in this game. But something like that, although I don't think it looks right. I think if I'm gonna do that, I might as well get that one sandbag that's like sitting. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Probably not. I'm assuming that 90% of the people who watch this probably don't play this game. But yeah, I like that one. Although I don't know, because well, the first viewer I ever got is like a master at this. So I don't know. There might be a few more arcade editor heads out there that find my channel. And if you do, welcome. Please subscribe for more. But I do like that. I think that looks good, and I think I do like this little bush here. I feel like there just should be some more on this side. I don't think I really want anything there, so I think we'll just move a rock instead. It's like a rock is like the nature equivalent of a crate, you know? It's just a perfect thing to put down when you don't know what else to put down, you know? It's like the nature's version of like clutter is what I would say it is. But instead of having one big one, we'll have this one and a little bit smaller version of it to the left of it. Rotate it around so it's not immediately obvious it's like the same one. And then we'll just, you know, like a stone. There you go. Sweet. And we'll just add some bushes around it to give it some nice flair. And we'll add a Arctic fire to it as well. Oh, you know, the Arctic fire makes a good like weed. It makes like a good like grass. But we'll utilize that to its advantage later. Get the willow on the base here. I wanted to use the Siberian cypress. You know, I have to know these are real plants. I have to know. But I'm liking how this is looking so far. See, this is why you work out and then in, because now it's like the ideas kind of just come as they come, you know. It's best not to force it for sure. I kind of want this tree in the more towards the corner. Get this shrub out of here. Never mind. It's uh-oh. Whoops. There we go. And this can go. Damn, I don't know. I gotta decide what we're gonna do on this left side. If there's something we want to add, I think just nature is probably the play. I'm thinking if maybe we should keep this like, I don't know. I kind of like having the windmill out here. I do think to make it more, to give it some more scale, we will add another tree on this side. Just to frame it a little better. That's the word I was looking for. Frame. Yeah, we want to frame it a little bit more. I think since this is more of like a transitional place, I don't want as many snow trees. And I would rather have the green ones. So if we come out here, let's see which tree looks the best on that side. I'm thinking a 4, honestly. Now, I kind of like the 4. The problem with the 4 is that it adds roots, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of like the roots. Maybe a hemlock? Let's see. Ah, damn, I just wish one of the hemlocks was more bendy. Because as it stands, they are, for the most part, completely straight. And what I like about the 4 is that it's got a nice little like rotation to it. If I put this tree here, does it like mess everything up on this side? Kind of, a little bit, yeah. I don't know if maybe we should, how about a 5? Nah, I think these are getting like just too big. It's just too much. It's too much tree. I think we'll go with the 3. Nah, we'll go with the 4. Forget it. It's fine. Who cares? It's just some roots. It's not a big deal. And I wanted to have that tilt just because I think it pairs very nicely with another one right here like that. See, that looks so nice to me. And then we'll put another 2 right here with a 1. Yes, yes. All right. We'll put another 1 right there. Maybe a 3 on this side as well. Because at the end of the day, I do want this to look like a forest. So I think we can actually afford to put a tree here, but it needs to be a big one, like a 5 maybe. Although I don't know. It's kind of hard to find a spot for it. But if we put it like right here, that doesn't look too bad. And then we could just put we could put like a 1 right next to it. And then we could put like another little small hemlock right here. The goal is to make this look more like a forest. And I think that looks nice. I kind of like that. Maybe just some more grasses and bushes around here. And it'll continue down this way. And then when you get down here, let's see, we can rotate this in a way that makes it less like, you know, it's fine, honestly. We have to find, I'm just trying to find a balance of making sure that the windmill is in frame for most of the paths the player will take, while also trying to make it look like a forest. But at this point, it feels almost like the forest vibe is kind of gone if we have this windmill here. Even though this looks good here. I do like this. I like this tree here. I think this looks nice. I think it frames it pretty well. When you're walking down this way, you do, I guess up here you do kind of lose sight of the temple thing. But if we put like a torch or something around there, or like a lamp, that should be able to offset that problem. You do also lose the windmill a little bit by having this tree here. So I think we'll delete that one and we'll replace it with one that's a little smaller. I'm pretty sure I used a 3 there, so we'll put a 2 instead. You know? Even though I feel like we shouldn't really prioritize this one, because I do think that 3 looked better. Yeah, it just looked better. And it doesn't really matter too much. You still see the windmill up here, and you still end up making your way down there anyways, so it's not too big of a deal. I'm wondering if it's noticeable enough that you could even walk down there, because I'm starting to think it's not, but I don't exactly know how to solve that problem. I was thinking maybe you could just put some more grass around. That might work. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Let's see, what else can we do here? So I think we need to lay down some more rocks around this place. Give it a little bit of a more stone-like appearance. And I think that looks fine, actually. I don't think we need too many more. Maybe just like this way. And I think we just rotate it up like this. Whoops. Yeah, right. And honestly, delete it. I don't like it. Honestly though, I think it does kind of work. It just needs to be more forward, maybe. Yeah, I kind of like this. Hold on, it just needs to be a little bit more squared up. Yeah, okay. I think that looks really good. And then here we should move this one right here. And this should go next to its little brother, or big brother, I should say. And we'll put this, we'll line it across the wall. Yep. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this area. I like how the area is shaping out. It's looking good. I think there needs to be a little bit of a reduction in the bush department right here. It's not meeting the quota. All right, cool. And then we'll just lower the terrain a little bit on this side. Actually, maybe not a good idea. Maybe not the best idea. Okay. All right. Let's smooth this area out a little bit because the shadows are driving me crazy. There we go. All right, honestly, I kind of like that. And I kind of want to continue it. And by continue it, I mean I want like another island. And by island, I mean like this little centerpiece right here with the trees. I think there should be another one. But I'm struggling to think of where to put it. I guess we'll just keep going. We'll keep going. Let's just follow the momentum. I kind of wanted to add some of these grasses over here. Let's find object in the hierarchy. In the hierarchy. It's a crazy word when you really think about it. Just like most words, I feel like most words, when you really think about them, kind of sound crazy. Like, I don't know. Just take any word and you can repeat it like 6 times, and I promise, like every single time, it'll get weirder. It's like I don't know if this is like an effect that's been studied scientifically or something, but it's very true. I promise. Try it out. Okay. What really sucks about this is that every time I click on it, it said that to get around it, I could click on the object preferences tab, but it doesn't Like, I don't know. Oh my god. It's pretty early, sorry. But I don't know, I don't know how to fix it. It said I could click on the object preferences tab, but I click on it and then nothing happens. So I'll have to read the message for like the 7th time later on when I open this arcade editor once more. We definitely need some more bushes around this area right here. I love this grass. I love this I love this grass asset. There you go. I kind of have a stuttering problem, you know. I'm realizing as now that I'm making videos that my brain goes a little too fast for my mouth. And I never really noticed, and I always thought I kind of talk normally, but I gotta be honest, guys, I think I'd be stuttering. I'd be stuttering kind of a lot. Can I rotate these? No, you cannot rotate them in that way, so whatever. It's fine. Who needed to rotate those anyways? Not me. Where's this? Okay. Find this object in the hierarchy. Or actually, I should not do that. I should just copy it so that it keeps the don't cast shadows thing, which is pretty important for what we're trying to do here. God, I hope I'm not like killing my budget by spamming this everywhere, because I am kind of spamming it everywhere. Thankfully, it has a pretty big radius, so I don't have to spam it too much, but I am definitely using it quite a lot. I need one more right here. Oh, you just kind of can't see it. All good. No biggie. All right. So this is not making too much sense. I feel like the snow should be up here, not in the middle right here. And I should raise up a little bit on this side. It's gotta look like a canyon, you know? It's gotta have like a sense of erosion to it. Okay. Honestly, I kind of like this. I don't know, maybe there's some more we could add. I'm thinking some more like just some more bushes, honestly. Let's get some more choke cherries. Where they at? Where they at? Choke cherry large. Yeah, on Google Images, these actually have like flowers on them, which they don't have in the game. But like leaves wise, they looked about the same. So good job, Ubisoft. You guys kept it realistic, which I appreciate. That means that there is a maybe like a 1% chance that somewhere out in the world right now there's a place that looks kind of like what I'm building. Kind of, you know? That's a lie. I mean, there's plenty. I'm making it sound like I'm building some special or like, no, this is literally an alpine forest that I'm building right now in the snow. I feel like you can find this pretty easily. You can give a 5-year-old Google Maps and I'm pretty sure he can find you a place that looks like this in record time. So I'm not going that crazy, but I do need a aspen. Aspen, where you at? I feel like I put one down over here. There it is. And we'll put this guy right down there, just like that. Look at that. I love the aspen and choke cherry combo. It gives it this nice like, it gives it this nice realistic look. Because usually grasses and bushes grow in a way where the oldest is the tallest and the youngest are the shortest, which usually means there's there's like this thing where, like, if you've ever been driving, I know in Florida it's a thing for sure because, you know, I live here. So if you do like a road trip from, like, let's say Miami to like Orlando, you go through like this stretch of road. And since Miami is very flat, or Florida is very flat, you can kind of see that, like, the trees in the distance, they look like hills because, like, the oldest tree is super tall and it's surrounded by younger trees, and it makes like the forest look like hills, you know. um and so this is kind of like a mini version of that, where the bigger tree, or like the bigger bush, is like, you know, it's like a you know, sometimes I feel like I just I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. But it's fine, it's fine. This is looking good. I'm very happy with this, with the way this is turning out. I won't even lie to you guys. I would like if this was actually on this area a little bit, to give it a little to give it a little a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit of a blend, a transition from one rock asset to no rock asset. You know what I'm saying? I think that looks neat. I think that looks good. This, I believe, is floating. It sure is. Oh, all of this is floating. Damn. How did I not catch it? Whoops, that's an entire rock I just pulled down. Okay, this is what I don't need to worry about. This I do. Whoa, look at him. Long legs. We'll put this guy right here. Alright, that looks fine to me for now. And we do need to add a little bit more. Let's go underground, because I think it'll be easier to grab this, if I'm not mistaken. I am mistaken. It is just as hard to grab it. Let's go to this guy. Let's go to this guy. There you go. Nope, that's the rock. Now you might be wondering, why don't you just look for the asset? And I just feel like this is usually like the faster way of doing things. Unless there's like a rock and you just can't grab. Look at that. It's just not letting me grab it. I always forget. I could literally just do that. I always forget. There is a multi-select tool. God bless Ubisoft for that one. All right, and we'll put this tree right here, and we'll just add these dead trees to the mix around the place. Give it a unique look. One that hasn't been seen before. All right. I think there needs to be one on this side, on this little corner right here. I don't know where I put that. All right, there you go. Just put this right, like right there. Yeah, yeah. Can I say that this is looking amazing? Can I say that? Is it too early to say that? Because I'm thinking it. I am thinking it. I do want to fill this area out a little bit more. Put some extra bush on there. I don't know why I said it like that. That came out kind of you know, I don't know. On YouTube, when you upload a video, it says, and it gives you like, it makes you answer if the video is made for kids or not. And I have to sit there and I think about it every time, because I don't know. I don't know if kids are able to watch this or not. I feel like in a way it should be. Like, I don't think I talk about anything that crazy. I try not to like curse or anything, and let me tell you, in real life I do be cursing. And honestly, I've edited out a lot of me cursing by accident, just because like I feel like I'm gonna get demonetized. I don't know how that system really works on YouTube, but Yeah, I'm always wondering. I'm like, dude, should I just like pivot to children's content? But no, I don't think a child really understands what I'm doing here. I think he sees like this guy that sounds like he's 45 years old, which I'm not. I'm 21, by the way. I'm not super old, but this guy who sounds like he's 40, and they just see like trees, and this. So I don't think they'll. I think the answer to the question of YouTube and whether or not my content is made for the kids is probably a no. um, I don't know. I still be thinking about it sometimes. I wish I could curse. Honestly, I really wish I could, but I'm scared to. I'm scared to because I kind of want this content to reach the masses. Even though I feel like it's super niche, obviously, I do think I could build a somewhat decent audience. All right, so this is looking pretty good. This is looking I like this little area right here. I like the way it's not exactly like I think this little island right here really helps. Cuz I think before it kind of felt like this was like more of an event, more of a something that people traverse to all the time, which I did not want because I kind of wanted the plane crash and the start of the level to feel like you're kind of like lost a little bit. And I think I kind of lost that vibe a lot with putting this thing here, this like gate. But I like the gate. I like how it looks, so I don't really care too much about that part. Um, but yeah, I just kind of wanted it to feel, I want this whole top area to feel more like an extension of the village instead of the village itself. So I think this kind of helps with that. So it doesn't feel like this is just like a main road or something. And I think we can kind of continue it on the way down here. I'm thinking maybe another one like right here. First let's start with a tree, just because I need to know where to put it, and wherever I put the tree is where I put the island. So I think down here actually kind of works. Where is that? Okay, that's a lot further down than I thought. Maybe like right here. That also kind of works. I could deal with that. And that's also a 5. We don't need a 5. We can put a 4. You can put like a 4 and like a 2. The classic combo. The classic combo. All right. How does that look? All right. That doesn't change things even a little bit, which is perfect because now we could put another island down there and separate this a little bit more, which I think works out perfectly. Oh yeah, I forgot about the shed. Okay. Now, I think we have to start working a little bit on terraforming this area. Okay, well, we'll get to this part next episode. Let's just detail this and we'll call it a day. Now this outer area, what should we have here on this? What should be outside of this wall? Probably just some shrubs, right? I don't think we need to go too crazy. Probably just some shrubs and some. I think there's some like grass mixed in on the snow texture, which is why it looks like that. So let me change that. Because snow should be snow unless it's like literally on the surface of the grass. So we should make sure that this is all snow. Okay, and yeah, I think we just need to put some shrubs and stuff here. And honestly, I would like if this was more free. Maybe we should put some trees here, maybe. I don't know. I think we should definitely put some trees on this side. I'm thinking some trees right here would look good. Maybe even a big one. And we'll put another tree like right here. Yeah, just one more group, and we'll put a 2. And we'll put a 1. Yep. Okay, and then I think on the edge of this wall right here, there should probably be a tree. And I think it should have a buddy. And it should have another buddy. And there'll be like a bush right there as well. And we'll put another one of these on this side. And maybe even another 2. Okay. And we will take our big tree right here, and I didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. We'll just put this guy down here like this. And we'll put another one on this side as well. Make it a little bigger. And we'll put another one right here. And I think that looks pretty dope. Cool. And I think I don't really know what goes here. Like, I don't know what do people really put next to shrines and stuff. I feel like this is another Google image kind of situation. I kind of need like a reference photo, I feel like, because I don't really know what assets to put around here, you know. I'm thinking it's just like a nature situation, you know. I feel like people really just go here to pray. It's kind of like the idea. This is what I think the idea is. But honestly, I'm not sure. I do think there should be some grasses around it. I think it'll make it look nicer if there was a little bit of grass around here. So something like this, I think, would benefit the area. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what goes here. I do think this should be lined up. That's for sure. This also, it's kind of annoying me that it's so far up, and then this needs to go down and around. There we go. Geez, I don't know what to put there. I have literally no idea. I'm thinking some grass on this outside would do us fine. But we don't want the grass to come out. I just realized that I didn't put any grass on this side, so I should probably be doing that. Because, you know, it adds some filler. It adds some extra life to the situation. Although I don't think it needs it right there. All right. So I don't know what else to really put on this thing. I genuinely don't. I don't know what assets would go here. I'll have to think about it. I'm thinking maybe like an arc would look nice right here, but maybe not. I feel like I'd be doing a little bit too much if I did that. But the location is looking pretty good now. Dare I say it's looking pretty good now. I do want to, I think there's some final touches we need to start doing a little bit of, but other than that, I mean, it looks practically perfect. Is that crazy? It might be a little crazy to say that it's perfect, but I'm just proud. I'm proud of the work. I'm proud of the work I'm doing here. I think it's paying off quite nicely. And I think that looks pretty good. I think we might just have to leave it at that for now, at least. I don't know. Um, hmm. Yeah, I'll go into Google Images. I'll get some reference photos, and we'll see what we do with this little area right here later on. But for now, I do like where we have gotten, and I think this looks pretty nice. I wish we made a little bit more progress on this area down here so that I would have a better screenshot to use, but it's fine. We could just use this one for now, I believe. What are we thinking is the best looking area? Because this is basically what we worked on today, so I think we'll go with like a simple a simple photo of like this, you know. And I think that looks pretty nice. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I feel like it's missing something. It's missing just something. There's something missing here. I don't know what it is. Um, Maybe like a bench or like a, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but for now, we'll just have to call it quits there. It's already an hour, and I don't want the episodes to be too long, so we'll cut it right here. We'll cut it right here. Next episode, we will, let me take this. Oh, I didn't mean to, I meant to take a photo, not go there. All right, there you go. So right here, we'll take this photo. Capture. All right, now we can go back there. But yeah, this is where we'll end it. In the next episode, we will build out this little island right here, continue making the path down to the village, probably detail the shed here, which I kind of forgot existed. It kind of like blended into the environment here pretty nicely, so we'll just, you know, move it, and we will figure out a way to put that there and also make the windmill, which I'm thinking would look really cool if it was mostly just like a mountain with like this like long staircase to get to it. I think that would be really cool. So that's kind of the idea for how we're gonna do that, with a nice little like lookout right here, and a maybe just like a way, maybe like a zip line or something to get down here, and we'll just figure it out. We'll figure it out how as it goes. But yeah, that'll do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode just as much as I enjoyed making it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.